Hey guys, Tim here from PWC family. In this video, we're going to show you how to measure the straightness or trueness of a drive shaft. You may not think it's important, but some of these drive shafts spin at about 8,000 RPM. So if one's not straight, you'll have vibration and damage. So we'll show you the apparatus that we are going to use to check the straightness. So basically what we've got here is a slotted track, two tail stocks that is basically a pin attached to a bearing. Now since most of these drive shafts are made by machines, they also have these little pinholes which this pin can go into. What we're using to measure this is this nifty little gauge which is attached to a holder which is attached to a magnetic base, and we'll show you how this works now. A couple things to remember is that this track has to be secured so this track doesn't move. Also, the drive shaft has to spin freely. So when this dial gauge is in the correct position, you obviously have to check that the magnet is engaged so nothing moves in this apparatus except for the drive shaft. So every drive shaft is different, so you've got to check the workshop manual to see where you need to point the dial gauge. So this is a drive shaft from a VX 2015 Yamaha. The manual tells us that we have to measure it 310 millimeters from this point here. As I spin it, you will notice that the dial pin is always in contact. And you'll notice on the gauge that there is a low point and a high point. You'll also notice that sometimes it jumps. That's because the drive shaft is pitted. This is normal for most jet skis that are not new. So what we're looking for is a relative measurement. So this gauge measures to 0.01 millimeters. So we've got to find the lowest measurement. So it's about 85. Relative to 0, it's negative 15. So if we move it the other way, it's about plus 30. The difference between negative 15 and plus 30 is 45. So if we multiply it by 0.01, then we get 0.45 millimeters. Is this straight? According to the manual, it's not good enough because the maximum is 0.3 millimeters. So after bending it bit by bit on the shot press, we finally think that we have it straight. Let's take a look. So it's about on 50 now. About 35. So that's around about 20. So 20 times 0.01 is 0.2 millimeters, which is under the specification, which is 0.3 millimeters. So we can safely say that this shaft will be able to go in a jet ski. So there you go. We have a straight shaft now. We measured it in different places and the maximum run out we got for it was 0.2 millimeters. Also, here's one of the divots from the ends of the drive shaft. Here's one of the tail stocks from our apparatus. And don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications.